Alright, this is my presentation about NIL deals in college sports. It's a very big topic in the world right now, and many people don't agree with what's going on, and a lot of people agree. It's been a problem for like 10 to 15 years now, and basically at the end of the day, to give a short explanation of what it's like, is NIL deals is a chance for college students to make money off their name from brands like Dr. Pepper, Tide, any brand out there that wants to sign them to an NIL deal, but they can't sign them for athletic performance. They have to sign them for personality, but brands sign them for their play on the field, obviously. So it's a bit of a tightrope to go around, but here we go. The NCAA brings in billions every year, from March Madness to college football, every sport, gymnastics, volleyball, anything you want, any sport. They make profit, all of it. And basically, the money just doesn't go to these kids who, I get it, they get scholarship money to go to a college for free. But if they were professional, they'd be making money there, and they're adults at the end of the day. Any person in the workforce should make money off their hard work, and that's the biggest problem. So the NCAA brings in $407 million from the SEC, $314 million from the Big Ten, $282 million from the Big 12, $280 million from the ACC, $269 from the Pac-12, and then at least $100 million from the rest of the conferences. These conferences are just like, they've been around forever, and that's how the NCAA splits these groups up. It's usually by state, but it's changed a little bit recently. And TV revenue in the NCAA, that's not even counting that. It's crazy. So this is just from kids going to the games, and yeah, just a lot of money. The problem with the NCAA, why they won't pay the kids, is because it's ran by a bunch of older dudes that are pretty much just selfish. And that's a biased opinion, but it's just the truth. They think that kids getting scholarships is enough, and kids should be grateful for it, when in reality, they should probably pay the kids that pay their paychecks. Because people tune in to watch the athletes, not them, at the end of the day. What NIL means. NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. Refers to that because it's a chance for people to make money off their own name, like stars like Caleb Williams and Zion Williamson, to make money off their name because they are big superstars with over 5 million followers. They are vastly followed by everyone, and if they were not in the NCAA and they went overseas or somewhere, they'd be getting paid millions by organizations like places in China, all over the world. So it's wrongdoing for sure by the NCAA. But this is the cycle. So when the kids get a chance, this is brand new, like it just got approved, but it can only be approved by states. States have to approve NIL. The NCAA has nothing to do with it. They won't get in the way. They don't want to be involved with it whatsoever. So states like New Hampshire's one of them, Wyoming and Arkansas, they don't approve of NIL. So if you live there, you can't make money off NIL. But California, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Michigan, all those places you can make money off your name. And vastly, like a bunch of other places are approving it, but slowly. It's coming into like 2024, 2025, just has to be approved by everyone. So, yeah. Sorry. Just going to this next slide. So here's this graph This is how the NIL students make their money. Posting content via Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, any major platform you can think of. They post it on their stories or their feed. Facebook too is another one. And it gets interaction, because right now we live in a world that is so social media centric that that's the best thing you can do to get someone's attention towards something. And yeah, it's like 70% posting content and then 25% other activities. So it's not listed. The brand doesn't say what they're doing to earn this money, which is a big problem with the NCAA. And yeah, because in some states it doesn't have to be reported, but some states it does. What the kid is getting signed for. So yeah. And then at the very bottom of the list, it says chatting with someone, testing products, selling products, which can be anything. Just like some kids would literally just get a product from a brand and sell it on the street at their college, and they'll get paid like a decent amount of money. And then this is the most paid NIL athletes in the world. We got Livy Dunn. She makes over $3 million. Gymnastics, super talented. Armando Bacot, who plays center at UNC, one of the biggest colleges in the world for basketball, and he makes over $2 million. Yeah, just from Dr. Pepper deal. And Livy Dunn, she has literally her own brand, so that's pretty cool. Another big one is Shedeur Sanders. His dad's a legend, so when he came in, teams were like all over him. He's the son of Deion Sanders, so he got over like $3 million and just brands all over him because he's a superstar. And like putting that brand out there is humongous for companies, and people look up to young kids. Like kids from 10 to 15, they look up to college athletes. They want to be there. That's their next goal. So when they see stuff, they're like, oh, he's doing it, I want to do it. So you can argue that signing a college athlete is more important than signing a professional athlete. States are reluctant to do NIL because they feel like it's not fair to other kids that aren't as good, and I don't agree with that at all. You are an adult. If you're good at your profession, you're gonna get paid more. That's how the world works. That's just how it works. They also believe the cohesion is gonna be messed up and all that stuff, camaraderie, teamwork, which is just, yeah, they have their beliefs. But this is why I think NIL is good. I think NIL is good because athletes that perform well in their field deserve money for their name. Like I said for the 7th time, they are an adult. They can make their own money. Just like any other field, if you are good at your job, you are going to make money no matter how old you are. Maybe, yes, I agree they shouldn't be paid as much as professional athletes, but these kids should be able to make money off their own name from outside sources. Maybe not getting paid from the school. I get that, because all the other kids would be like, where's my money? Where's my money? And I get that. So, yeah. And these will give kids a head start into marketing. When you get to the professional league, you have to deal with marketing, like overall equality, and like it's just a great head start for these kids. When you're a professional, you deal with business every single day. And yeah, it's the average revenue by sport. Football brings in $32 million. $32 million just from a month of football. And then men's basketball during the regular season. This isn't during March Madness. March Madness makes $3 billion a year. $3 billion a year, and they can't share the money with the kids. Men's basketball, they only make $15 million in the regular season, but that's not their tournament is what makes them the most money. And ever since NIL, the views have only gone up because people really push this for kids. Kids should be able to make money off their own name. In the SEC, the views went up over 25%, Big 10 20%, Big 12 15, ACC 13, and the Pac-12 didn't go up that much, only went 4%, but not a lot of people watched the Pac-12, and that only means more money for the NCAA. So at the end of the day, even though they didn't give the kids their money that they deserve, they're still making more money off the kids. But the kids are making money now, so it's not that big of a deal. And that's it for my presentation. I think that schools from their own pocket shouldn't have to pay the kids. They're paying for their food, their dorms, like everything. And they recruited them there, and they shouldn't have to pay them. But the NCAA should definitely give a little bit of money to the kids who are performing on the field every weekend, and like just bringing in so much money for them. And the NCAA has used the excuse that they use that money for D3 and D2, which are less fortunate colleges, but they still have plenty of money to shoot those kids maybe a $8K paycheck at the end of the year, just to say, hey, thank you for making this sport so good and all that. Like, but maybe one day they'll fix it, and we'll see. That's my presentation. Thank you.